As a new book reveals, Mr. Brexit had to take on the Remainer establishment in order to set up the new party which did so much to get us out of the EU and, ironically, it all started with obstructive banks. When Nigel Farage initiated the Brexit Party in 2019, he was convinced the majority of Britons wanted to see a completely new type of political party taking on Labour and the Conservatives. But the process of starting a party from scratch was far from easy. In fact, it was a battlefield. The fake websites and billboards, the attempted stings, the campaign the Electoral Commission waged against us, the difficulties of getting a bank account and the bank's fear of reputational damage are pretty shocking, Farage claims in a new book. And that's without the behaviour of the Tories. The Brexit Party gave voters a real choice at the ballot box. When every mainstream political party was dragging its feet over leaving the European Union or outright opposing it, Farage's new party said it would get it done and dusted. If anyone wanted to carry on sticking two fingers up at the establishment, this was the electoral vehicle for them. The inside story of the characters who made it all happen is now revealed in a book called The Art of the Impossible: How to Start a Political Party, by Andrew Reid, a UKIP veteran, solicitor and former judge. The Brexit Party had a deadline. It had to be a viable, votable party by the European elections on May 23, 2019. Since the referendum vote in 2016, the parliamentary process to leave the European Union had taken so long that the next EU elections, which many hoped would never have to be fought, had come around again, and Farage knew it was the best opportunity to reiterate the British will to leave. But the process of setting up a new party, a successor to UKIP, encountered all the usual hindrances faced by any kind of insurgents in this country. Funnily enough for Farage, it was the banks that proved most obstructive, refusing, he claims, to bank their supporters' donations, years before his current trouble with Coutts. Not only that, but he suggests the Electoral Commission, the official body for recognising a new party, waged a campaign against them. According to Reid, they took far longer to deal with the simplest of tasks that, for the pro-Remain Party Change UK, they completed much more quickly. Reid, who wrote this new book with Simon Carr, was the man Farage chose to help organise this new group. He also happens to be a professional racehorse trainer, which must have given him and keen gambler Farage plenty to talk about. Like the rest of the 17 million Britons who voted Leave 2 years earlier, they were appalled by the arrogant backsliding carried on by then Prime Minister Theresa May. After her dismal election performance in 2017, Farage and Reid feared Britain would get Brexit in name only, or, worse, a second referendum. They had to put on a good showing in the only election that allowed a new party to compete fairly with the two-party dominance. Reid had great faith in Farage, seeing him at Leave Means Leave rallies across the country in autumn 2018, testing the appetite of his People's Army for re-entering the Brexit fray. His voice fills a hall, writes Reid. There isn't a better voice in British politics, with its gravelly edge and its full bass register. It's a parade ground voice with authority, a sense of command. Once Farage had finally decided to lead the Brexit Party in January 2019, it was up to Reid to pull the team together. He had only 5 months to do it. Not only was it a rush, but the level of animosity leveled at the party by Remainer opponents was appalling.